we now find ourselves just over a week away from finally getting to play the new Firebase Z map in Call of Duty Cold War Zombies. Finally. Finally, YouTube. I cannot tell you how annoying this lull in content has been. They tried to give us Cranked, which was okay. They tried to give us Jingle Hells, which was terrible. So let's get some brand new content. Firebase Z comes out Thursday, February 4th to Black Ops Cold War Zombies, and it is free to everybody. You don't have to pay for DLC this year. It's free to everybody. So with that being said, I think we need to discuss some bold predictions for Firebase Z. Before we get into that, guys, welcome back to the channel, and my name's Spesh. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing because we are posting videos like this one all year round for Cold War Zombies. I'm talking Easter eggs, I'm talking storyline, I'm talking gameplay. Whatever you guys want to see, go ahead and leave it down in the comments below, and I will see what I can do. I really want to keep bringing videos like this to you guys, so hey, if you guys subscribe, it'll help me quit my dead-end day job in a retail grocery store. It'll help me bring more videos like this to you. So with that being said, let's get into my top 3 bold predictions for Firebase Z. And let me tell you, by the way, you are not going to want to miss number 1 on this list. It's an absolute banger, and I think it might just blow your mind, especially if it turns out to be right, which I kind of think it will. So coming in at number 3 on my list is that we are actually not going to see Richtofen in Firebase Z. Now, that's not to say that we are never going to see Richtofen. I just don't think that we're going to get any clarity on whether or not Richtofen is a character in the storyline within this map. And it's interesting because obviously Samantha's been getting all these letters from R blah 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 M blah 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 R, right? So it's pretty interesting to think about the fact that if it's not Richtofen, who is it? At first, I thought that R was going to be Richtofen, of course, and then I watched some videos, and I kind of became convinced that R was Redpole, who was a mole within the Omega operation that's feeding Omega's secrets to Requiem. But it wouldn't make sense for Redpole to be sending those secrets directly to Samantha. And that wouldn't make sense because, well, Samantha's not technically a member of Requiem. She's just friends with Weaver, and she is a secret agent. So how does that all tie in with Richtofen, you ask? Well, so with the poster that they released for Firebase Z on the 21st of January, you see Samantha in the middle right here. You see the lightning cutting through the middle of her face, basically separating into 2 halves. One side she looks like normal old Samantha, and on the other side, well, she looks a little different. Her eyes a little different, her hair's a little different. We'll get into that, okay? And then on the side of her there are these two gentlemen, all right? And I don't know about you guys, but this guy on the right really looks like Richtofen to me. His face looks like Richtofen. His nose, I don't know why, but that is what stuck out to me was his nose. His nose makes me think it's Richtofen. And one of the reasons why I don't think we're going to be seeing Richtofen in it is because he's so much older. He is so much older than Samantha in this picture. This guy on the right is so much older than her. And if they exited the portal at the same time coming out of Togder Toten, then you'd think they should be the same age. But a slight caveat to that is if you go back to a video that I posted like a month or 2 ago about the possibility of Richtofen being within Cold War, you'll see that I talked about, I'll link the video up above if you want to take a look at it. You'll see that I talk about how maybe like if they're walking through Togder Toten and like the tunnel, the quote-unquote tunnel they're walking through, if that's like time, like, you know, you walk 5 feet, you go another year. I don't know a good way to how it would map out. Don't yell at me. But like, if that is time and Richtofen or Eddie came out of the tunnel earlier than Samantha, let's say he came out 20 years earlier than her, you know what I mean? And then he became a member of Omega, and then he went through D-Machine, all that good stuff. Then it would make sense as to why he is so much older, why he looks like he's quite literally 20 years older than Samantha in this picture. So I'm not saying 100% we are not going to see Richtofen. I just don't think that we're going to see him in this map. And the second reason that I have for that is that I don't know why they would drop that bombshell so early. You know what I mean? Like, that's something they could hold on to, and they could just keep the community waiting like Treyarch does for another 4 or 5 months, and people are going to be thinking, going back and forth, he's in it, he's not, he's in it, he's not. And then Mr. Raffle Waffles will be like, hi guys, and then he'll tell us what he is in it, and then me, the fat Mr. Raffle Waffles, will be like, "Hi guys," and I'll tell you he is in it, and I don't. It'll be this whole thing. Moving on to number 2 on our list is another one that I find super interesting. So we know that the Kason site and Firebase Z is like an active base for Omega, right? It's not like some abandoned, like it's not like D Machina where it's an abandoned facility. Firebase Z is quite literally, it's inhabited. So my second bold prediction is that we're going to be seeing people. We're just going to be seeing not zombies, but like straight up actual NPCs in this map. And I've been thinking about this for a while now, and the idea that like we could just be walking into like let's say the strike team is like, hey, you guys need to go into the Dark Ether for this step of the Easter egg. We walk in there and there's this like some homeboys coming out from the Omega outpost that's collecting the Ethereum crystals like they are. Like, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of different ways they could go about it, and I don't think they'll play a huge part. Like, I don't think we're gonna have like militants shooting guns at us, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think we're gonna be getting shot at. But I just feel like it'd be really interesting to see a bunch of NPCs in the map that could play a huge role. Maybe we run into Dr. Peck. Maybe we run into Red Bull. Who knows? And, like, maybe that's just them in the cutscene. But, I mean, and the other thing is we can teleport to the village. So, I mean, if we can teleport to the village through the teleporter, like, Dark Ether tunnel thing they got going on, I mean, who's to say we're not going to see village folk? You know what I mean? So, I feel like it's super possible that we're going to be seeing some NPCs. And now the moment you've all been waiting for, we're going to jump into number 1 on my bold prediction list. Are you ready? Number 1 on my list is I think Samantha will die. Yeah, you heard me. You heard me, YouTube. I think that in Firebase Z, Samantha's going to die. And with that being said, I don't necessarily mean that Samantha is going to, like, you know, be gone out of the story forever. There's a lot of different ways they could go about that. But, I mean, we already know she was captured. Omega knows that she knows a lot of their secrets. And if they know that she knows that they know that she knows that they know, then I don't see why they would keep her around. And I feel like it would be in, like, this, like, crazy, like, fight scene in the end. Like, I think it would be super cool if, like, we got to, like, this boss fight scene and we're fighting, like a dark ethered out. Like, it's like steroids, but dark ether instead. Like a dark ethered out, like, Dr. William Peck. And he just, like, at the end of the Easter egg, like, we beat him, but then he, like, kills Samantha, right? So we went there. It would just be a huge bombshell on the entire storyline if that happened. And just because if they were to kill Samantha doesn't mean she's actually gone. Now, I want to take a look again at this poster that they released on the 21st. And when you look at it, you can see, again, Samantha on one side is normal. On the other side, she's like a darker version of Samantha. And I watched Mr. Raffle Waffle's video on this, and he kind of talked about, like, it being, you know, one side, like the left side of her face is like the good side, you know, it's like the Requiem side. And then the right side of her face is like the dark side, the Omega side. And while I think he might be half right, and I mean, knowing Milo, he's probably right, and me, the fat Mr. Raffle Waffles, is definitely wrong. But I digress. When you look at this picture, it just gives me the vibes of like young Samantha when she was like all magical and crap like that. And or even her hair's all clumpy and stuff. I think I talked about that in my video discussing this poster. But maybe if she dies, she goes into the Dark Ether, like her essence, like especially if she dies in the Dark Ether, like maybe she doesn't go, you know, she just like her essence transforms. So I think this is more of this picture is more regarding her changing into something else rather than just her straight up dying and being out of the storyline. And especially with that being said, there's probably a way that Omega has figured out, like, that they can reanimate, like, dead people. Let's be honest, they've been messing with the Ethereum crystals for a while now, so there's a good chance that they've figured that out. Look at this picture from Alpha Omega, where Samantha is all ethereal, powerful, whatnot. I want you to look specifically at her hair and her eyes. Does this not give off kind of a very similar vibe to you? And again, in a video that I discussed before about is Samantha evil, this would make so much sense. Like, maybe she doesn't die, but like maybe they've been experimenting on her, like they've been torturing her and experimenting on her with dark ether, I don't know, just things. And like she is somehow harnesses again the power of the ether, and you know, she's all powerful again. And again, maybe that's what she wanted the whole time, because just because she is like an informant for Requiem doesn't mean that she's telling them everything. And like I discussed in this, I'll link the video above here about is Samantha evil. I will link it here and you guys can check it out. But I talked about the idea that maybe power is what Samantha's looking for. You know, maybe she came back and she's like, oh crap, this is all happening again. I was able to stop it last time when I was all powerful, so maybe I can do that again. Or maybe she's like, I know how to control it this time, and I could literally rule everything. There's so many different caveats and so many different directions that could go with this storyline, and I am so interested to see where they take it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What do you think about the idea of Samantha dying or turning into like this ethereal essence again? Let me know if you feel like that's possible. Let me know if you think that this homeboy over here is our homie Eddie. And let me know if you think there's going to be NPCs on the map. I cannot wait for this map. Again, if you guys are not already following me on Twitch, go do that at twitch.tv/Spesh27. I will be streaming Firebase Z the night it comes out. Comes out on the 4th. I will be off on the 4th. I'll be streaming it all night. And then I do work on the 5th, but I'll be able to stream it the next day as well as getting up as much content for you guys as I can. And also I want to thank you guys. We just reached 115, my god, subscribers on YouTube on Thursday of last week. So I cannot thank you guys enough for that. We are slowly but surely catching up to Twitch. You guys have almost caught Twitch. I think Twitch is at 125 and you guys are at 115 on YouTube. So you guys are getting there. And if you're an elite gamer, then you'll be following me on both. You'll be subscribed on YouTube and following me on Twitch, like our boy Pluto here. With that being said, guys, I can't thank you enough for watching this video to the end. If you did, go ahead and comment down below and say, "Mein God." Comment down below and say, "Mein God." That'll let me know that you watched down below and that you are an elite gamer. With that being said, guys, I can't wait to bring you more zombies content here in the next couple weeks. It's going to be a great time. I hope this video made your day better, and I'll see you soon.